Nicolas Cage's dating history is as captivating and unpredictable as his filmography, featuring a string of unique relationships and multiple marriages. From Hollywood icons to more private connections, we're diving into the romantic life of this one-of-a-kind actor. Nicolas Cage and Maria Conchita Alonso dated briefly in 1987. They met while working together on the film Vampire's Kiss, released in 1988, in which Alonso played Alva Restrepo, the secretary to Cage's character. Their romantic relationship lasted from August to October 1987, around the time of the film's production. Vampire's Kiss is a dark comedy horror film that has since gained cult status, largely due to Cage's intense and eccentric performance. Alonso's role as Cage's character's secretary placed them in close scenes, which likely contributed to their off-screen relationship. Nicolas Cage and Brooke Shields reportedly dated briefly from November 1987 to January 1988. Their relationship is not widely confirmed, but is presumed based on the fact that Brooke Shields appeared on Cage's arm at the premiere of Moonstruck in 1987, which sparked dating rumors. Despite the short duration and limited public appearances together, this relationship is noted in several celebrity dating histories as one of Cage's early romances. Neither Cage nor Shields has publicly detailed or confirmed the relationship beyond these reports. Nicolas Cage and Ami Dolenz dated briefly in 1988. Their relationship is primarily known because Cage brought Dolenz as his date to the premiere of the film And God Created Woman in 1988, March 1988. The details about their romance are limited, and it is often described as a short-lived or presumed relationship based mostly on their public appearances together at that time. Nicolas Cage and Christina Fulton were in a relationship from 1988 to 1991 and share a son, Weston Coppola Cage, born in 1990. Although their romantic relationship ended, they remained connected through their son. Over the years, Fulton has been involved in legal disputes with Cage, including a 2009 lawsuit over financial matters and a 2025 lawsuit accusing him of negligence after an alleged assault by Weston in 2024. Cage's legal team has denied the claims. Their relationship has been marked by ongoing personal and legal challenges tied to their family dynamics. Nicolas Cage and Lisa Stothard had a very brief relationship in August 1990, reportedly dating only from August 13th to August 14th, 1990. Their romance was short-lived but public enough that they attended the premiere of Wild at Heart together in Los Angeles during that time. This brief dating period came after Cage's split from Christina Fulton and before his later relationships in the early 1990s. Nicolas Cage and Sarah Jessica Parker had a brief romance in 1991 while filming Honeymoon in Vegas. Their relationship began during production but ended shortly after filming Wrapped. Though they shared strong on-screen chemistry, their off-screen connection was short-lived and did not continue beyond the movie's release in 1992. Nicolas Cage and Kristen Zhang dated from 1992 to 1994 and were engaged during that time. They began their relationship in October 1992, and after about 3 months of dating, they got engaged in 1993. However, they broke up before getting married, ending their engagement in late 1994. During their relationship, they attended several high-profile events together, including the Golden Globes and the Hard Rock Cafe opening. Kristen Zhang was a model and was quite young during their relationship, reportedly around 19 when they got engaged. Their romance lasted about 2 years in total, but did not culminate in marriage. Nicolas Cage and Patricia Arquette had a famously unconventional and complex relationship that began in 1987. Cage proposed to Arquette the day they met, sparking a quirky courtship full of eccentric challenges. Although they initially broke up due to Cage's intense behavior and rising fame, they reconnected in 1995, with Arquette proposing in a dramatic fashion. They married 2 weeks later but separated within 9 months, though they continued to appear publicly as a couple until around 2000. Their divorce was finalized that year. Despite rumors, Arquette later explained their bond was genuine, though strained by careers and personal challenges. They have a son, Enzo Rossi, born in 1989. Nicolas Cage and Lisa Marie Presley had a brief but highly publicized relationship that culminated in marriage in 2002. They first met at a party in 2000, where Cage was immediately struck by Lisa Marie's presence, describing her as a firecracker with soulful eyes and a great sense of humor. At the time, both were involved with other people. Lisa Marie was engaged to musician John Osaika, and Cage was married to Patricia Arquette. But they eventually ended those relationships and began dating seriously in 2001. The couple married in August 2002 in Hawaii, surrounded by their children from previous relationships. However, their marriage was short-lived, lasting less than 4 months before they separated. Cage filed for divorce, and the split was finalized in 2004. Both have spoken about the intensity of their connection, but acknowledged that their strong personalities and the rushed nature of their marriage contributed to the breakup. Lisa Marie once likened their relationship to a tornado, describing it as dramatic but without physical fights. Despite the divorce, Cage expressed sadness over the end of their relationship and said he missed her daily. Lisa Marie reflected on their time together with a mix of fondness and regret, noting that they were both good with words, but couldn't quite make it work. Nicolas Cage and Alice Kim's relationship began in early 2004 when Cage, then 40, met Alice Kim, a 19-year-old waitress in Los Angeles. They quickly fell in love, became engaged within 2 months, and married in August 2004 on a private ranch in Northern California. Cage has said they married partly so Alice could accompany him to South Africa for filming. In October 2005, they welcomed their son, Kal-El Coppola Cage. The couple stayed together for nearly 12 years, with Alice appearing in a few films during their marriage, including Next, Werewolf Women, and Grindhouse. Despite their significant age difference and cultural backgrounds, they maintained a strong relationship for many years. However, in January 2016, they separated, and their divorce was finalized later that year. Reports suggested the split was due in part to allegations of Alice Kim's infidelity, which Cage reportedly discovered while at the Cannes Film Festival. Despite the breakup, Cage and Kim have remained good friends and continue to co-parent their son. Nicolas Cage and Erica Koike had a brief and tumultuous relationship that culminated in a very short marriage in 2019. They began dating around April 2018 and kept their relationship relatively low-key until they were seen vacationing together in Puerto Rico in April 2018 and dining out in Los Angeles later that year. On March 23, 2019, Cage and Koike, a makeup artist, applied for a marriage license and married the same day in Las Vegas. However, just 4 days later, Cage filed for an annulment, citing that both he and Koike were intoxicated at the time of the wedding and that he lacked the understanding of his actions due to his intoxication. Cage also alleged that Koike did not disclose the full nature of her relationship with another person and hid her criminal history, including multiple DUI charges and a domestic violence charge. The annulment was granted, and the divorce was finalized on May 31, 2019. Cage expressed in interviews that he was pretty upset about how the marriage and breakup happened. This was Cage's 4th marriage, following his previous marriages to Patricia Arquette, Lisa Marie Presley, and Alice Kim. Nicolas Cage and Rico Shibata's relationship began around 2019 to 2020 after they met through a mutual friend in Japan, likely connected to Cage's work on the film Prisoners of the Ghostland, 2021, in which Shibata had a small role credited as Mannequin Woman. They were first publicly seen together in early 2020, including a notable visit to a tomb Cage owns in New Orleans. Cage proposed to Riko Shibata over FaceTime in 2020 while she was in Kyoto, Japan, demonstrating his eagerness and commitment despite the distance. They got engaged that year and married in February 2021. Their wedding was Cage's fifth marriage. Riko Shibata is a Japanese actress and model, about 28 to 29 years old, as of 2024, significantly younger than Cage, who was 60 at the time of their marriage. The couple has a daughter named August, born in September 2022. They have been seen together at high-profile events, including the Oscars red carpet in 2024, where they appeared holding hands, signaling a strong and ongoing relationship. Shibata has also been featured alongside Cage in magazine covers and interviews, highlighting their partnership both personally and professionally. Nicolas Cage's dating history reveals a restless, romantic spirit, characterized by multiple marriages and a quest for profound connection. Despite the brevity of some unions, his relationships underscore a passionate and perhaps impulsive approach to love, ultimately leading him to his current seemingly content marriage.